Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to listen to some mumbly jumbly. All the way from St. Albans, your host for tonight, Abs the Magic, Super Coach Godfather.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining. Today's episode is Tom Green. Now, on a different note, before we start with Tom Green, I've actually finished completing my video about my team. You can see my entire team is finished. The video is complete. Now, I did mention on a previous video that I'll be showing this video as a hide and seek. Well, we're still going to stick to that theme. So what we're going to do is my video will pop up every now and then. It's in private right now. It's going to go to public. But when I show you the video, it'll be only, I said 1 hour. That was a mistake. I actually meant 1 minute. So my video will be up every week, only for 1 minute, not 1 hour. I'm very sorry, just calm it down. Okay, you got 1 minute to get it, all right? So it's like a game of hide and seek now. So let's see if you can get your hands on it. Because if we show everyone my video of my team, only one person can win $50,000. Now, if everyone sees it, we're all going to win $50,000 each, and we're going to share. We get $1 each. Just calm it down. So that'll be coming soon. You'll see it. It'll appear. 1 minute a week, you'll see it. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is look at his price. We're looking at 534K. That's roughly around about a 95 average off the top of the head. Let's have a look what his average is. Where's our... Here we go, in here. Tom Green, well, 97. That was close. Now, previous averages are 72 and 79. So at the moment, it doesn't scream pick me, okay? Because when you got a midfielder, all right, it's one of your top prime spots, and when you're paying 500K, it means it's a keeper. You're holding him, you're getting him to be one of your top 8. It doesn't matter if he's a top 10 mid, okay? But we want about a 110 average. Let's have a look at the averages last year for the top 10 mids, okay? Let's cross that off. Let's go into the midfield, top 10 average. Okay, let's go to number 10. Brayshaw was at 111, so 110 is okay. I mean, you're losing 1 point. It doesn't 1 point over 22 rounds is 20 score of 22 points. So just calm it down. It doesn't make much difference. All right. So 110 is acceptable. All right. 110 ranked 14 or 110 ranked 8th is the same thing. All right. No difference. So 110 is what we're after. Can he get it? Let's find out. Now, last year he played forward. He played midfield. He played ruck. So I've had to get up all 3 of the stats here. I've done CBAs, player heat maps, ruck contests. Okay, so we're going to compare all this. It's going to take a little bit longer today. And then we're going to compare that to his scores. Okay? And I've also brought up AFL tables because sometimes he's kicked goals to give higher scores. So we're sort of going to discard the goals because we're not going to rely on him kicking goals to score us points. So we're just going to take that into account, all right? And let's see how he goes. So let's start off first with CBAs. Now, 2022. Well, let's have a look at 2021. Did he have much CBAs? All right, 2021, he wasn't really there, was he? 2021, no, he was still a baby. All right, 40% was his. He was still there, but he wasn't there. All right, so in 2022, the green one's been 60 to 80%, okay? He's started off not that high in the midfield, 50s, 40s, then he went 60, then 50, then 70s, and then we had a new coach. But it's still not that bad. And then he went back in there again. But he hasn't got the high numbers, all right? He's only got lower numbers because who's he sharing it with? Well, he's the number 1 because you've got Flynn and Bruce and he's number 1. I mean, you could say he's sharing with Hopper, but he's not, because Hopper hasn't even played for most of the year, and he's only played towards the end. So he wasn't sharing with Hopper. Was he sharing with Caniglio? Caniglio, okay, well, Caniglio hardly even played in the midfield. So who was it? Was Kelly in there? Not really. Was Taranto in there? Sort of. Well, you can see that some of Taranto's numbers can go back to green, so it can increase his midfield time. But you can't say Hopper would, because Hopper wasn't even there. So let's not count Hopper. So the myth or the myth with saying that there's no Taranto, there's no Hopper, so we'll have an increase in CBAs for Tom Green, really is there's just no Taranto because Hopper wasn't there. Now, we haven't been told by any source that Tom Green is going to have more midfield time. I can't recall anyone from GWS saying that Tom Green is going to be our midfielder this year. So we are just all assuming that Tom Green is going to have more mid time. But no one's actually come out and said that. So let's see. I mean, it makes sense that he's going to have more mid time, but we don't know. Now, in round 1, he had 53, then 45. So we're going to look at the heat map for round 1. Well, for 53%, that's not bad for round 1. That looks more like 100% mid-time. He's actually kicked 2 goals that game, so they're the 2 goals that he's kicked. He's gone there and kicked 2 goals. But that's not a bad 50%er, is it? He's pretty much a midfielder, 100%. He just hasn't gone in the CBA, so where's he started? If he hasn't started in the CBAs, he's only done 50%, he's probably started on a wing or a half full. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, that's round 1. He scored 160 that game, but he scored 2 goals as well. That's a good score. In round 2, again, the heat map is heavily in the centre. This is a sensational heat map. What did he score round 2? 106. That's a good heat map for 106. But only 45% CBA. So imagine if he had 70% CBAs, he would have gone a lot higher. All right, let's have a look at round 3. So round 3, I've lost him. All right, what am I? I'm looking at ruck contest. Okay, round 3, CBAs, it's increased. We're going to 67. Now, he scored on that game 147 with 67% CBAs. This could be good. He scored 2 goals. He kicked 2 goals that game off memory, all right? Let's have a look at his heat map, round 3. Okay, so again, we're hot in the middle, 67%. He's gone to the forward line as well. He's gone on the wing. He's pretty much everywhere. This is a good heat map for a midfielder. Also, scoring 2 goals is actually quite good, 147 points. Let's say those 2 goals weren't scored. That's about still 120, 125 points, so we're still looking good. Okay. Round 4, what did he do? Well, round 4, he's still around the CBA area, all right? So he hasn't gone forward much, only 2 times. So he's still around that area, but he didn't score many points. Or did he? Round 4, 92. Well, it's okay. It's a pass. It's not captain material, but, sometimes you have a bad game, Actually, let's have a look at round 4. Was he rucking? Where's our ruck one? They've got too many up now. Ruck one's the last one. Remind me, it's the last one. Round 4. Was he in the ruck? Tom Green. Round 4. No. He was in the ruck in round 2. Well, that's probably why in round 2 he only scored 106, because he lost a lot of points in the ruck. So round 2, and next one is round 9. What did he score round 9? 75. So he lost a lot of points because he was ruck. He can't rove because he's a ruckman. He can't even win a tap out. He probably gives away free kicks. Did he give away free kicks round 9? Freeze against round 9, 2. Yeah, poor bloke, he can't ruck. And round 9 was against Carlton. I remember that game. It was against Patrick Cripps, rucking against Patrick Cripps, and Cripps killed him in the ruck. Still had 27 disposals, but unfortunately, he would have got a lot more if it was if he was a rover. Okay, let's keep looking. Heat maps. keep looking. Okay, now he's not in the midfield. What round is that? That's round 5. What did he score round 5? 115. He's still scoring well. Let's have a look at some of his bad games. He hasn't had many bad games, but they're coming around here. I mean, around here they're okay. Round 9 was that game against Carlton. Round 11, what did he do? He was still in the middle, but he didn't have a good game. He wasn't in the forward line. He only had 2 touches in the forward line. Doesn't mean he didn't have much percentage. These are just touches. He may have been there longer, but didn't touch the ball. Let's have a look. I mean, keep in mind, this is GWS. They don't get much forward action. Now, what did he score in round 11? 77. He didn't have ruck time either. Ruck time, round 11. No ruck time. He just had a bad game. And how many disposals, round 11? Round 11, he had 21 disposals, had 2 free kicks against, 2 free kicks for, no goals. He just didn't have a good game. He had 89% time on ground as well, so he's having good time on ground. His tank has improved. Okay. Let's continue. Round 13. Again, he's in the middle. Okay. I'm going to do something different now. Okay, what I've done now, I've gone into CBA's round, because I've looked for over 70%. So I've got round 5, 6, 7, 8, and 16. They were the games where he was over 70% in the centre bounce attendances. And for those 5 games, he averaged 105. It's really hard to work Tom Green out at the moment. I actually can't figure him out. He's very. I think what he does when he was in the ruck a few times, because I remember it from memory, he had the ball, he just kicked it, and it was usually an ineffective disposal, and he had a lot of ineffective disposals. Going by his scoring, right? His kick to handball ratio. He's not a 1-2 player, all right. He's not a player like a Laird who'll get the hand pass, get it back, run. He's not one of those players. He's more or less a player like a Cripps, like he'll get the ball and give it off. Those type of players. You look at uncontested possessions, and they're still pretty high. So he's making room to get the ball. I just can't figure him out. I can't figure out why he's not getting 110. I mean, it's very close. It's at 105. So there is room for improvement. And with Taranto missing, he may get that extra 5 points. So it's still okay. But it's a little bit. Let's have a look at these rounds. What happened? Okay, we're gonna look at these really bad scores. Round 17, 18, 20, and 23. I want to see what he did. Round 17. CBAs. Round 17. 61%. That's not too bad. 18, 27%. That's bad. And the rest are all bad. But 61 isn't too bad. So why did you only score 50 points when you got 61% CBAs? Was he a ruck? Round 17. Tom Green. Well, to be honest, he was ruck in round 16, 17, 18. Well, one not really a ruck. And 20. Then not ruck there. Actually, the 2 games that he wasn't ruck, he scored well. It's that when he went to the ruck, he didn't do that well, but there's not much time. Let's go back. Let's look at the heat maps. Forgot which rounds they were. 17, 18. Okay, looks like. Doesn't look like a midfield role. It does. Actually, it does. He's in the middle. He's moved back line a bit. He's not covering a lot of ground. I don't know what's happening with him. That's 61%. CBAs, I don't know. Okay, 16. Let's have a look. So that was 17. This is 18. Okay, spent more time forward. This is a terrible map. That explains. Well, I don't think even we have to look at these maps, right? 23. Yeah, he's actually more in defense. He's playing in defense. What's wrong with these coaches? How do you put Tom Green in defense? Anyway, he's in defense. My final analysis, and this one took me a long time to think about. Okay, just calm it down, it's coming. He's had 5 games where he averaged more than 70% CBAs. Tom Green played forward, played defense. I can't believe he played defense. He played ruck, and he played midfield. He played everywhere. He was out of position. His true position is the midfield, and I'm sure Kingsley will put him in the midfield. He has to. Now, with a 5-game average of 105, surely when he gets to a 75% CBA count, he'll get to 110. Surely that will happen. So going on just those figures there, I'd say get him. But, okay, now, people have been talking about McRae, the way he coaches Collingwood. The myth going around right now is Collingwood midfielders don't get touches, don't touch the ball, because they're playing the Richmond way. And supposedly, Richmond midfielders don't get much possession. But there was a reason for that. However, if you are one of those believers in this myth, then Kingsley used to coach at Richmond as well. He's come from the Richmond way. So if you think that Tom Mitchell is not going to get much touches, then you have to think that neither is Tom Green, neither is Caniglio, okay? Because they're going to play the Richmond way according to that myth, okay? So that's something else to think about. But for me, Tom Green is in my team. However, my recommendation, okay, but I haven't done a review yet for LDU, for Warner, nor have I done a review yet for Anderson. I want to see how these 3 are, because I've only got 2 spots, and one of them is taken up by Tom Mitchell. He's not getting out of there. He's locked in. I threw away the keys already, remember? I went on that boat. I threw away the keys. They're gone. So I can't get rid of him now. So I got 1 more spot left. I got 4 players to pick from. So at the moment, Tom Green is in. So my recommendation to you, go with the hearts. You got to do what you think is best for your team. You got all the facts, all the figures, everything is here. You have to decide. That's all for today. Once again, remember one thing. It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ciao for now.